Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sean, sometimes known as The Beast, and this is just a quick little update on a few things that's come in recently and that's been getting spun pretty much in heavy rotation, to be fair. A little bit of a shout out to a gentleman responsible for two of these releases as well, and his label and distro. So we'll get cracked on with it. The distro in question and label in question is Matcho Records, ran by the one and only Kendo, the gentleman responsible for the noisy guitar parts in the mighty Brainbath. If you haven't heard them yet, I would implore you to go and check them out. Superb band. So yeah, Kendo is the gentleman responsible for Matcho Records, as I said, and these first two are releases from his label. So, first up, from Scotland, is Timos, and their release, World of Abominations. Now obviously it's a 2024 release, it's out on Matcho Records, no surprise. I believe this is the first vinyl release that Matcho have done as well, and the packaging, everything about it is superb. As for the music, it's the debut full length, and there's something in the water in Scotland. The death metal scene up there is absolutely incredible, the underground death metal scene. So, there's a lot of people mention the Dead of Winter Festival. These gentlemen were there, played a blistering set. This is an album that every single time you play it, you just want to put it back on again. For a debut release, this is going to take some topping. It will definitely be on my end of year list in some capacity. It's modern death metal with a very violent and heaviness that just drags you along all the way through it. The vocals are quite low, as in like the register, but they're, you can understand what you're saying. It's not Cookie Monster type growls and stuff that you don't understand the word. The guitar, well, the musicianship in general is just absolutely spot on. It's the production's quite, like, murky is probably the wrong word, but it sort of adds to the overall feeling of what you're actually listening to. It comes with an insert with some thanks on that side and the lyrics on that side, and as a point of notice, just not that Kendo's not clever enough anyway, he actually does the guitar solo on track 6. Yeah, he's one of them talented fucking people, you know what I mean. The vinyl itself is a very greeny, smoky type, not really showing up very well on there, but again, everything about this record is absolutely spot on. It's an album that you deserve to hear. If you've got any interest at all in the underground death metal scene, or in death metal in general, you deserve to hear this, because it's absolutely superb. Brilliant release. So that's Timos, World of Abominations on Matcho Records. Now, this next release is also another Matcho Records release. And this release is also another release? Yeah, you know what I mean. A bit simple. This is, going back to Brainbath again, War Master Quando, the gentleman in charge of all the killer vocals for Brainbath. This is one of his other projects, because he's in about 700 bands. The man's a bloody machine. This is Suffering Rights and their Eternal War EP. This is a 4-track release, and this is a cacophony of carnage from start to finish. The vocals are very spiteful and hateful. The music's very much what you'd expect from death metal, but it's got, there's something slightly different. It's hard to put your finger on it. Just there's something different, and it's not really thrash, but it's got, there's like a sort of a groove element almost, possibly in sections a little bit of some of the subtleties that you associate with black metal. But this is an absolutely stupendous release. Out of the 4 that I'm going to show, this is the one. I mean, it's only 4 tracks as well, I suppose that makes a difference, but this is the one that's been absolutely played to death. Absolutely love it. You also get a nice little sticker, and we all like a sticker, and as with the Timos one, actually I forgot to show that one. Timos sticker as well, very shiny and pretty. No idea where it's going to go, but it'll end up somewhere. But yeah, this is an absolutely superb release. I genuinely can't wait to see where these gentlemen go, you know, what they come out with next, because it's just absolute nailed on ferocity. Brilliant release, and definitely well worth checking out. So this is Suffering Rights, Eternal War, once again on Matcho Records. Now then, this next one, it's not Matcho Records, but it's still a very strong release. This is Slime Lord, and I'm going to have to read this because it's one of those technical words. Chytridiomycosis relinquished. See, this came out in 2024. This is actually out on 20 bucks spin, but this is the variant that was done through Dry Cough over here in the UK. This is Death Doom metal from Yorkshire. Now, it's the debut full length, and chytridiomycosis is a disease that affects amphibians, and it sort of makes the skin blister, and you get all sorts of just not very nice things happening to them, and inevitably it ends up with them not being able to absorb water through the skin, and it leads to a heart attack. That sort of describes what you're going to listen to with this. Now, this is an album, I've only played this probably 4 or 5 times. It's just under 48 minutes worth of music, and there is a lot. It's very complex. It's not it's by no means an album that you can just throw on and have it playing in the background, because if you do, then you're doing the album a misservice, because it needs to be listened to properly. There is layers upon layers of I would say tech death, but it's not, you know, just widdly fretboard wanking type stuff. The production's quite heavy and murky and slimy, and you know, like one of them amphibians that's kicking its skin off and dying of heart attack and stuff. It's a really clever release, to be honest, and I think it's going to be one of those. I think it might be an album that people will either love it or just no, absolutely not. The inner insert is a double page with lyrics on this side and thank yous and a story at the top bit. I'm guessing it's like the theme of what the whole album's about. It's to do with a toad deity and some dude trying to save him and stuff like that. It deserves to be read. It's far better written than I'm explaining it, to be fair. It comes, as I say, this is the Dry Cough limited variant, and it's very, very orange, but it does sort of, it matches the colour of the artwork quite well. So yeah, I would say this is an album that will need a lot more spins in the future for me to understand it fully. There's a lot of like dissonant sounding parts to it, and it can be overbearing at times. It's really, really clever. So my vocabulary is not doing it the justice that it deserves. But I honestly believe it'll be either a nailed on smash, or people are just, they're not prepared to put the time to it, then you're probably not going to enjoy it, because it is a very, very complex album, but it's also very, very clever. And for me, it's modern death doom, death metal with groove and such like, but it needs to be listened to properly. I've listened to it, the last twice I listened to it, I actually listened to it through on my headphones, and there's so much that you discover that you've maybe missed playing it through like big boy speakers. It is an absolutely superb release. It's got when it does slow down, it seems to be even heavier. You know, it's sort of swamp laden, murky, bog monster type music. But it's just, there's something about it, for me personally, there's something about it that is so intriguing and so encapsulating that you just want to, I'm going to have to put the needle back across the start again. You know, it's superb. Listen, I say it's an album that deserves to be listened to and not just played. You know, don't just stick it on and say, oh, it's death metal, it's a bit noisy, blah blah blah. No, it needs to be absorbed. Probably a better word I can think of. So yeah, that's Slime Lord. Chai tridai mo kocht yo soy saucis. Relinquished. And you won't be able to say it 3 or 4 times. Brilliant release. Now the last one for this little segment is a bit of a compilation. I've heard a lot of people going on about a band, Insect Warfare, and a lot of their stuff is ridiculously priced to try and get hold of. But whilst looking for something else, came across this little compilation. This is called Entomological Siege 2004 to 2009, and what it is basically, it's a collection of early demos and splits, re-released tracks, bonus tracks and such like, and also a live DVD. Now I did say when it was, this came out in 2018, sorry 2019 on FOAD Records, and there's a live at Annie's in San Francisco in 2007 on the DVD. Now it's just short of 19 minutes, so there's only about 400 songs in it because it's grind. But the picture quality is horrendous. The sound quality is nothing to write home about. But the one thing that you can't miss and you can't deny from when you watch the actual live section is the absolute ferocity and destructive nature of the music that they're playing. It is absolutely balls to the wall, kick you in the face, come back and kick you in the face again type of music. It's brilliant. So if you're wanting top class production for a live DVD that you would have expected somebody like, I don't know, Metallica or someone to release, no. But if you want some proper, dirty, filthy, old fashioned, filmed on a Nokia 123 or wherever, just to see the passion. I mean, it must have been a hell of a show. The guys and girls in the audience had an absolute blast while these boys were playing. I'm definitely going to try and find the rest of the discography. Like I said, having a look around, and a lot of the stuff on vinyl is just silly money. So yeah, Insect Warfare, an Entomological Siege from 2019. It's well worth picking up. I mean, there's 80 songs on it, I think, something like that. Where are we at? 53 songs. I exaggerated a little bit, but we do, don't we? But yeah, Insect Warfare, superb grind core band. So, in the background, repping the same t-shirt as well, it's the Mighty Wolf Bastard and Hammer the Bastards. You said Hammer the Priest then. This came out in 2022. It's the third full length. They're classed as blackened crust punk. For me, it's just an absolute balls to the wall. It makes you want to punch your nana, and if she's not available, you punch next door's nana. It's absolutely mint. I was lucky enough to see these gents probably middle of last year, playing up at Newcastle in Trillions, and to be honest, before they went on, they'd had a few sherbets. It didn't affect the show at all. They were absolutely mint. So yeah, in the background, if you haven't heard them yet and you want a good laugh, the music's brilliant. Don't mean to be disrespectful in that respect, but this is absolutely superb release. I think I bought the vinyl. I think they get through this for free as well. Can't remember now. I was a bit tipsy. I had a shandy or two. But yeah, brilliant band and brilliant release. So that's it for this one. As always, thank you very much if you stuck with this idiot chattering about shite for this length of time. The 200 subs competition is absolutely flying away now. We're well over 20 entries. There's a couple of weeks left. I think we said the first week in April we'll draw it and see who gets the PayPal payment. If you've seen something that's entertained you for a little bit and you feel like giving it a thumbs up, please do. Much appreciated. The subs count just continues to rise daily, and I'm absolutely blown away. You've got no idea how appreciative I am of every single person. And pop in the comments if you heard any of these, or if you think, well, I've seen that, I've heard that, it's not really good for me. That's what it's all about, isn't it? We haven't all got the same taste in music. As I've said before, if we did, it'd be a very, very boring world that we live in. I'll put links in for downstairs for what's here, and Matcho Records Bandcamp, and Andy at Drycoff as well. So that's it for this one. So until next time, cheers.